Welcome back to Trying Vegan with Mario. On this episode, we're making some vegan comfort food. We're making some stuff that is gonna be delicious, filling, and flavorful. A little bit of a fried texture because we are introducing into the Trying Vegan kitchen this Thrive Culinary Algae Oil. I'm always looking for things that have really unique cooking properties. This algae oil has one of the highest cooking temperatures. So if you're trying to really crisp something up, you're trying to make some fritters, we're making a pesto today, this is a great oil to kick up those high heats, get a nice extra crispy texture. So that's why I'm excited to try this out. I've also learned that it's one of the highest in monounsaturated fats. So this is a very interesting oil that we're gonna be cooking with today. And today we are making zucchini fritters. That's right, we're taking some of these zucchinis, we're making fritters. We're gonna add in a chickpea flour, one of my favorites, high in protein. We're gonna be getting about 20 grams of protein in this recipe. All that when we come back on Trying Vegan with Mario. Now you may have heard that eating more vegan food can be better for your health and it could be better for the environment, but I'm here to make sure it tastes good. For the first part of the zucchini fritters, we're gonna take our zucchini and we are going to grate them. We're gonna squeeze out some of the water. So that's what it is. We're just gonna grate them. Grab whatever grater you got and just go for it. And you will see, it just takes a little time and patience. And we're gonna get to 2 cups of this. We got about 2 cups right here. Now we're just gonna throw these in our strainer so that we can get out a lot of the liquid. That's one of the keys to this recipe. So grab a strainer, push it in. You'll see some of the liquid's gonna come out the bottom. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. That's gonna soak up a little bit more of the liquid. Add a little bit of salt, coat every last bit of it, okay? We're gonna let our zucchini sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and we're gonna start working on the rest of the recipe. The sauce for this is going to be a pesto. Again, back with the pestle and mortar, making it super flavorful and aromatic in the kitchen. Bringing out the flavor in real time just makes it taste so much better. And it's a little bit before our workout, so I like that part of it too. We are gonna grab, again, starting with some garlic and a pinch of salt. Salt's gonna help break down that garlic. And we're gonna start by bashing this in and getting our garlic down to a paste. This is just one of those things that you just coat your tongue with the pesto and it makes all of the other things that go along in after it have such a good smooth and luscious flavor and texture. Cooking's all about flavor and texture. So we got our garlic, look at this right here, a little bit of a pasty texture. So that's the starting point. The key to using a pestle and mortar is releasing those oils naturally and then adding things in gradually, okay? So we start with that and now we got some basil. We're gonna peel it off the stem. 2 cups of basil. Now we're grinding it. And if you don't have a pestle and mortar, you could easily do this in an immersion blender, but I am all about the pestle and mortar. Now we got our basil, we got our garlic. We're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, high in protein, really good fats that release really well into this. And then we're gonna plop a couple of cashews. And again, we're bashing, this isn't an exact science. You could just add it in gradually and you're gonna figure out what type of texture and what type of pesto that you like. It just takes practice and patience. It takes a little bit of exercise. Become one with the kitchen, become one with the herbs, and you'll figure out the different measurements that you like. Now, last 2 ingredients, nutritional yeast. Add about a 1/4 cup of this nutritional yeast on top. That's gonna add in that cheesy flakiness, a lot of pesto, normally made with Parmesan cheese. We switch it out for some hemp seeds and some nutritional yeast. Much healthier for you. We're cutting dairy out. Such a simple way to do it. Now, last ingredient, back with our Thrive Algae Oil. Again, a really good neutral oil. Here we go. This is the perfect texture that we're looking for. Oh, and now we're just gonna throw this in a little side dish. Keep this for later. We got our pesto, we got our sauce, that's ready. Now our zucchini, it's been sitting for about 5 minutes. The salt has soaked up a lot of that moisture. So we're gonna add it to a bowl and start working on our batter, all right? Boom. All right, we add our 2 cups of zucchini in here that have been ridded of all their water. Now, right here, every single time you're gonna make a fritter, you're gonna need some form of flour. I'm trying to get rid of those unhealthy ingredients, replace them with simple substitutes. Right here, chickpea flour, high in protein, a lot more nutrient dense than normal flour, so that's why I like using chickpea flour. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of rice flour, different form of a binding agent. Sprinkle a little bit of turmeric, beautiful color. That was about a 1/4 teaspoon, and I got a 1/2 teaspoon of red chili powder. Last ingredient, I got 1 shallot that I sliced up a little bit. The last ingredient, we are back with some of this Thrive Algae Oil. Drizzle that on top, moisten it just a little bit. And now we're just gonna start mixing. Zucchini batter is looking good. This is exactly what we want. So now we're just gonna heat up some oil on this pan. I got my algae oil once again, high temperatures. So just fill up the base of the bottom. We don't wanna get too oil crazy. Let the oil heat up a little bit. A great way to test is you grab a little bit of batter and you just drop it in. You see, ooh, sizzle. That's when you know the oil is ready. So we're just gonna get a little messy, take a handful and create a little fritter patty. And just like that, boom, drop it in. We got one going. Let those go for a little bit. And I just wanna talk to you guys really quick about this oil and why I decided to partner with Thrive Algae Oil. And something that I've learned the more that I've been exploring with food is there are so many foods that have been cut out of the food system and we've been limited to only a few options on the shelves, whereas there are just hundreds of thousands, millions of different types of plants that we could enjoy, get different flavors from. So that's why I'm always on this journey. You know, I'm sure you've always heard there are 100 different colors and flavors and blends of corn. Broccoli didn't always look like broccoli. And how did olive oil and now coconut oil become the mainstream oils that we have on the shelves? You know, I'm trying to break outside of that box, get a little bit of creative and see what else is out there. So that's why I discovered this algae oil. It's got a high smoke point up to 485 degrees Fahrenheit, great for high temperature cooking, monounsaturated fats, which are very heat stable kind of fat. And I was surprised to find out that this actually isn't harvested from algae in the ocean, and it actually comes from the sap of a chestnut tree. It's very sustainably made. Oh, perfect, perfectly brown on the bottom. Love seeing the green vegetables shine through. Fritters are ready, perfect brown, look at that. Now, right here, we got our pesto, okay? This is gonna add a nice kick. It's gonna be a little hot with that garlic, but it's gonna be smooth. We got this. This is roasted garlic, something that I love as a garnish on so many dishes because I just love garlic. There's no other way to put it. Never enough garlic. Don't let anyone ever tell you that's too much garlic. So what I like to do is I take a full bulb of garlic, you chop off the top, drizzle it in a little bit of this algae oil because with the high heat thrown in the oven, lets me get it a little bit extra crispy, cook it faster. So drizzle it with the oil, a little bit of salt, throw it in the oven, 420 degrees for about 40 minutes, and it comes out like the most beautiful little caramelized. We're gonna be generous and we're gonna add 2 of these, okay? And it's the perfect finishing touch. We got our fritters in the house with our pesto, oh, let's take a bite out of this. I'm in heaven. Pesto, nice herby kick. The oil cooks it to perfection with the crispiness on the outside. Zucchini is just one of those things. It's a great vehicle for flavor. Same with the chickpea flour, great vehicle for flavor. Kick it up with some turmeric. This well-balanced little snack for you guys. We got our fritters, our plant-based comfort food with the Thrive Algae Oil. Go check them out, explore more options. Remember, there used to be 100 varieties of corn. Now we're so used to seeing the same one over and over again. The same thing is true for different types of oils. So experiment, get out there, try new things. And we come back, we're gonna keep going with this vegan comfort food on Try and Vegan with Mario. Thanks for watching this segment, Try and Vegan with Mario.